Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again. The one known as the Flaming CR, like it says on your screen, with some reds, some yellows, and some oranges in there. Hopefully, everyone's doing well out there. While I wait for some people to join on this impromptu, like literally, I just scheduled it like 25 minutes ago type of stream. And this is a live with CR where I get to reconnect with you people out there and share a few things and stories along the way. So hopefully everyone's doing well out there. While I wait for some people to join me here, because also I just scheduled it. So while I wait for some people, hopefully everyone's doing well. And I know other people are streaming right now, so I apologize to those people that I'm not attending your stream right now because I'm doing my own stream. But you know how it is as a content creator, right? Show must go on. Sometimes you just gotta post and just do it, right? Sometimes the best way to learn something is just by doing it, right? Gain experience, EXP, real world EXP, right? Not just gaming world EXP, but real world EXP. So hopefully everyone can hear me. I think my volume should be good. I saw the indicator on the stream website, so it should be fine. And all this stuff. And like that, I got some people in here. California Forward, what's up? You battling headache? Yeah. Hi. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yeah, there we go. Maybe put on the one known as CR banner. I keep forgetting to put that back in my streams here. And all that good stuff. So hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Hopefully the weather is decent for this time of year for you. And I will dive more into that because there is some other things I want to mention that I've been mentioning in the last couple of streams, live streams that I attended here on the YouTube side. So while I wait for some more people here, let's see. Strong coffee, now you're bouncing off the wall. Now you just chilling. Yeah. Speak of coffee, right? Cheers to that. I got my own coffee. Let me turn on the camera. See? I got my own coffee. Cheers. Nice warm coffee. There's a reason why I have the fire or flaming CR logo on. There is a reason why. There's a reason why. I was gonna put on this other one, but I decided not to put on that one yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. I don't think it's time for their icon to make an appearance yet. Not quite yet. Maybe in a couple of months, next month or something like that, it might make an appearance, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. What's up, Jersey Shore? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. What's up? How are you doing, man? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got the memo in there. All right. Okay. Well, I guess that would explain why I haven't seen content from you. So it's nice to see you, man. Hopefully everyone. Hopefully everything's going well. Aside from the little hiccups every so often that life can bring our way, right? Because it happens, right? Things happen. Let's see. My coffee is amazing. Well, it's virtual coffee, so it's caffeine free, right? Hello, Iron Fire Horse. I see you got my memo. I gave Iron Fire Horse a special notification because, as many are aware, sometimes that bell notification doesn't always work, right? I didn't get the notification for it. or if you do, you're late, or sometimes it's just like, really, I got the notification an hour later and they've already ended the stream. That's like, oh, too little, too late, as they say, right? That figure of speech. Oh, you're gonna be a good girl. Okay, okay, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you got decaf on hand. Just in case, man. Just in case. Yeah, yeah. We're quite welcome by our far horse. So hopefully everyone's doing well, like I said. So on my live with viewers, it's generally an open topic where I openly talk about something. Sometimes I have panel members, sometimes not, depending on what's going on and if they can make it, and etc., etc., etc. But I was gonna say is the reason why I have the flaming CR here, this icon up, is that just to as a warm up act to like something coming up here, like literally. But yeah, it's supposed to get quite chilly out west here in Canada. Supposedly a major cold front's gonna make an appearance this weekend here and linger for like I don't know a week. I don't know, give or take, right? Because the extended forecast is already showing below freezing, and maybe even barely above freezing during the day. So it's gonna be quite cold at night. Probably around, let's say, that -8 Celsius, 17 Fahrenheit range. So quite chilly for this time of year. Well below seasonal for this time of year, anyways, right? On the bright side, there's not gonna be that frozen white rain stuff yet. Cross fingers, hope I didn't jinx it, etc., etc. But hopefully it doesn't turn into that. But it might still be relatively nicer, let's just say, for Halloween in a couple of weeks. Let's say today's 18th, yeah, so about under 2 weeks away. Halloween's on the Tuesday as I look on the calendar here, so yeah. What's up, Aiden here? Hi, Sunflower. Oh, I guess on the right side my phone's charging. Let's see. Literally, I missed. Let's put those on the screen here. Sunflower, Aiden here. Let's see. Well, Sunflower, I'm just that famous. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. JK, JK. Just reading the chat real quick here. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Sunflower's known me for quite a while. Sometimes we chat privately for a little bit. I just don't remember the last chat I had with Sunflower. It's like 3 hours later. 3 hours later. Still had something new to say. I was like surprised. Okay, did I miss something? I feel like I'm missing something. California Ford, where did I meet you? Did I meet you with Survival LT, I believe? Speaking of Survival LT, actually, it was one of his guest panel members last night. That was quite funny and interesting, yet down to earth, yet reconnected. I felt reconnected in there, just like how I'm reconnected with all you out there right now. Sip of coffee. Really glad I made coffee now. Welcome to Inner Circle Chilling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. feel like did I miss something in there? Oh, you're taking the breaks on your Fire Horse? Okay. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, on Survival LP. Yeah, I mean, California Florida, I saw your comment, I think on the log log stove, log version of a rocket stove. Basically, a rocket stove is basically like a chimney. You know, usually there's a fire below and there's a chimney type of thing at the top to draw air from the bottom, cool air from the bottom, and it'll be pushed up. Yeah, it'll be pushed up because of the buoyancy of the heat from the fire that you have underneath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, LB? How are you doing? How are you doing? Hopefully everyone's not just you, LB, but everyone else is doing well. It's nice to see you all. I didn't, you know what's funny? I didn't realize I had so many women in the chat right now. I just noticed that. I just noticed that. Usually my chats are full with guys, right? I guess, I must have that what's that scare word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, charm. Just kidding. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. So yeah. Well, it's like it's always funny on these impromptu live with CR streams when certain people come in and it's just like if you guys hold on long enough, you might see sneak peek on something. Especially since Josh is in here, Carter Josh and Women's Elder and Sunflower. Oh, and of course Iron Fire Horrors and California Ford. I can't forget Aiden here. Can't forget him here across the pond. Yeah. So let's see. It's like almost the end of October here, coming closer and closer to that Halloween spooky day, and I mean spooky night. I meant, and all that stuff. Regardless if you trick or treat, more like just handing out candy. Probably now as adults, right? The thrill of handing out candy or seeing the costumes that people wear and stuff like that. Some interesting costumes, It's like I like that costume, and you just give a little bit more, just because, out of sheer joy of it, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna scroll down memory lane on that one, but nah, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Hey, Bob, what's up, Bob? How are you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well out there. Huh, let's see here. Oops. Okay, California floor. Okay, anyway, as I catch up to the chat here. Sorry, I have a headset on and I'm kind of multitasking here on the side here. But yeah, it's actually supposed to be getting quite cool out west. Like I said, below freezing, amongst other things. And let me just go get this here. See, unless the, well, you'll see. Turn on the camera here. Let's see. Hey, Iron Fire Horse, can you pass me a coffee crisp? I've always enjoyed coffee crisp. Like, I even remember, that it's like if I had the choice, I'd be like, "Do you have coffee crisp?" I still remember this one place when I was very young, right? Like, I just don't remember it. They do, right? They had it's like, CR, you want a coffee crisp? I'm like, yeah, because it's got CR in it, and I like coffee. That's why I like coffee crisp. I mean, And the wafer type style chocolate coated thing is kind of cool too. I like that actually. I've always enjoyed coffee crisp in comparison to like their the brand names out there, Kit Kat and all that stuff. Coffee crisp is just I just enjoyed it so much more. But I still remember when they would be like, "Here's a full size coffee crisp, right? Oh yeah, you know." Next day at school, I bring it and be like, "Check out my coffee crisp, everyone!" All right, I just lay it on my desk. It'd be like, recess time would come, or like, or it'd be like, after coming back from like lunch or whatever, I'd be like, "Here's my snack. I'm taking off. I'm taking. I'm. This is how I like my coffee crisp." Anyways, really, really, California four. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm trying to think of a pun right there or something funny to say, but it's not coming to mind. I guess it'll just come to me. But my humor does grow on you. Oh, it will. So, anyways, when you turn on the camera here, show this. Actually, I'll show the tag first. Oh, apparently I got a hole in this. Let me show this here. Something else I brought out here. See, 100% wool. This is one wool sweaters I have. I decided to bring this out among some other winter gear. Because, I mean, this coming up cold front, I'm air quoting by the way, you know, it won't linger that long, but all I know is that it's just a matter of time, right? Until spring, until like March or April again. So literally, it's all downhill from here, right? So decided to bring out some winter gear or cold weather. I should say cold weather gear, not quite winter gear, and stuff that I can wear. So this is 100% wool. This was gifted to me, by the way. So I gotta fold this back up, by the way. But yeah, this is just something I have. I've worn this many, many times. You know, I've worn this in front of a campfire and stuff like that. Because obviously it's 100% wool, so it's not. I'm not gonna get burn holes in it. In comparison to if I wore like cotton, polyester, nylon, or a blend of something like that. And it stays quite warm. It's helped me out several times. I just store it basically because I don't wear this kind of stuff all the time, honestly, because half the year it's still warm. Like today, like right now, it's like about 48, 49 Fahrenheit, about 8, 9 Celsius, sunny out. I don't need to wear this right now. It's a little too warm, but once it gets below freezing, something like this comes in handy. I just store it in this baggie, and put this away in a closet, for example, right? Keep it on hand. Late, well, I shouldn't say late spring, but early springtime, that's the time I rewash it, store it back away again, so it's ready for the next season, right? Preparedness. Okay, 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 okay. Wood flooring is your weakness. Okay, okay. Hey, there's something in here. Hey, it's Go to Big TV. How are you doing? Oh, oh, okay, oh, okay. Oh, it's Joe. What's up, man? I wasn't familiar at first with the name. Remember, there's a lot of channels out there, so if you change your channel name or come in as an alias I'm not familiar with, then I don't know right away. So thanks for the heads up. It's Garnet Steve Gardner. Okay, 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 I get you. It's Joe. How are you doing, man? Hopefully you and everyone else is doing well. I gotta make sure. Oh, come on. Okay, I just gotta make sure my phone's charging and sorry, without ending the stream. I'm glad the end key is not in the middle of the screen at the bottom where I have to swipe up on the landscape mode because that would kind of suck. Let's see, let me scroll there. Oh, there he is. It's coming in under that channel now. Yeah. So yeah, I got some of this stuff ready to go. I've already brought out, yeah, just an example here, because they're just sitting on the top, right? You know, hats, glove, more gloves and stuff like that. This is apparently there's hair over the place, usual, but you're not here for that. But yeah, I'm just getting this stuff ready in advance because I know it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I'm gonna need this stuff, especially next week, this weekend. Like I said, the temperature's supposed to be dropping out west. There's supposed to be this low pressure system coming through. It's been forecast. The extended forecast has been showing it for a while, so it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's pretty sure that I'm gonna see that, unfortunately. So yeah, I might need those gloves among some other things. I've been wearing this buff right here for a bit. It's one of the things that someone sent me, so I appreciate the person that sent that to me. It's been quite useful, something like this. This is also known as a gator, for example. I never really worn these when I was younger or whatever, but as I started to do this channel a lot more, I started to enjoy the benefits of it. It's quite useful. Not just for like headwear or my neck, but I could use it as something similar to a scarf, but without the kind of dangling pieces of a scarf, so I could still keep my face warm, for example. Let me just turn this off for a moment here. I can actually see my chat. Okay, California. Let's see. Did I miss anything in there? I don't think I missed anything though. You guys all saying hi to her, reconnecting with each other. Some of you didn't know you knew each other or knew that they knew me. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So yeah, get ready for winter, right? Well, while it's still relatively warm, right? Doing it while it's still easy, checking on that snow blower, making sure your winter cold weather heater is ready to go, regardless how cold or how much winter you do get in your area. Because eventually the temperature will drop, you know. Maybe you'll get lucky, maybe it'll be mild, but expect to see some sort of precipitation, some cold precipitation, some winds and stuff like that. So be ready for that, right? Especially see, like I said, I was with Survival LT last night, which is the day before, which is on the 17th, on his panel, right? And if one of my channel moderators can drop a link for Survival LT's channel, you'll if you're not subscribed to him, you'll know which one it is because the thumbnail actually shows my channel icon because it's a screenshot of the stream and it's the same icon that I have on the screen right now. See, nice segue right there. Like I planned it, like almost like I planned it, but I didn't. it's just coincidence. But I was with him last night, and we had some good chats and all that stuff. We were just kind of mentioning a little bit later after the humorous parts about when we were a little bit more serious about talking about car kits and stuff like that. We were just bringing that up and stuff like that. And he brought up a story which is quite interesting, a real world example, right? And that kind of stuff does happen. You know, that kind of stuff does happen. Maybe it's not always that kind of, how do I say, car breaking down on the side of the road. It could be more it could be more straightforward, like, hey, my car heater's not working for some reason. It was working the other day, now it's not, or the day before, now it's not, right? And some winter gear at least help in the meantime, right? you know so especially mitts or gloves, right? Because especially if you don't have something like a heated steering wheel or something like that, because you need your dexterity when you're driving, and also your feet can get cold too and all that stuff. Noted. Noted. You feel like you're a worker, Joe. Well, at least I'll know. At least I'll know, right? And for people watching this on the replay or joining me in live here, they'll be like, "Who's this? Who's this grow person?" And I'll be like, "It's the guy that has lots of seeds." And who's that, CR? The guy that has lots of seeds and spins the wheel and does Sunday streams. And they'll be like, "Who's that, CR?" I'd be like, it starts with a J." And they'll be like, "Jack?" I'll be like, "No, it's Joe." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Iron Fire Horse likes to use Instagram. That's why I sent a personal notification to Iron Fire Horse through Instagram. I'll be live soon, right? Send that memo out, right? Because we're, like I said earlier, we're aware that sometimes, if not all the time, at times, those bell notification things don't always work, or there's a delay, anyways. Sometimes they work, but like sometimes, like I say, sometimes the best notification is the one you send personally, or as I say, keep refreshing your subscription feed until you see someone go live or a video that you want to watch right now. Right? Sometimes that I know that always works. Because sometimes I don't even get to know if I get you. I see it before the notification. I'm like, yes, or something like that. Mm, it's good coffee, by the way. Yeah, lots and lots of seeds, seeds. Hey, Shift Kicker, how you doing? Appreciate that, Shift Kicker. It's nice to see you around. Hopefully you and like everyone else is doing well. I'm picturing like everyone's face right now that I've seen anyways. Right? You know. Wait. And like usual, virtual fist bump. Wait, let me do it like this. Virtual fist bump. Or like more like that. Let me just move this device out of the way so it doesn't make a bunch of ding ding notification sounds here. Let me just put this to the side so you're not hearing that all the time here. Yeah, all right. So yeah, I've been just getting ready for the winter here as much as I can. I brought out some stuff, like I said, gloves, tubes, hats, mitts, among some other things. Oh, geez, still more notifications. Yeah, see, like this glove, a mitt right here. I have to find a matching pair. See one of the things I'll probably work on this season is trying to organize this winter gear a little bit better. As we're because right now I'm just using some containers and boxes to reorganize it, but I'm trying to get the system down where it's got a home, like, where I can put something in, pull it out, put it back, and stays relatively organized, right? So because it has a home, then it's more likely to get put back into that spot. And where I can stack it and use that vertical space a lot more. So it's something I've been working on. I swear that's probably the mid that only has one mid, or one side, or that I'm missing one. I guess I found a red one. It doesn't quite match. It doesn't quite match. Let's not prep for it. I see you in there, man. How are you doing? Appreciate you taking the time to drop them just like everyone else on this sunny Wednesday for me here out west. I'm enjoying the warmth because it's supposed to get cold, and I can't. Well, it's not that I can't wait for it. It's more like I can't wait for like spring. I've already mentioned that on the side chat. I'm like, I can't wait for spring already because they were talking about gardening stuff and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't even wait for spring now. But first of all, I gotta fall in line with this outer stuff that happens like winter. You like those mins, Sunflower? I got iron bins. I've been trying to, how do I say, organize it. Like I said earlier about, so it has a home, a place. I can pull it out, put it back easily. But one other thing I'm trying to do is try to develop this layering system where, certain things can be layered together. Because, for example, here, and this depends obviously on your size of your hand, for example, right? Let me just get one CR. Where is it here? Oh, okay, this ain't. I'll just use this one. Sorry, I had to go get it. So what I mean here is, so if I wanted to put on, let's say, this glove right here, can I put on this? Yeah, see, bit right here. That way, layering, all right, and I still can. Well, where anything I put over top is bigger. That way, I can layer in. So let's just say, hey, I need a little bit more dexterity. Do some stuff, whatever, right? And put it back on to keep my hands warm, right? I like to keep my hands warm because, well, frankly, my hands can get cold. My extremities can get cold quite quickly. Similar to other people out there. Most people, and I say most people, will have their extremities like feet and hands get cold first. Well, 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 well before your core temperature starts dropping, right? Because you don't know, because it's that automatic reaction that pretty much all of us will encounter in time in the cold, where your core will pull blood, the warmth, the blood, weight, constrict your blood vessels along like your hands, for example, or your feet, and hence your hands and feet will start getting cold to preserve the warmth or your core body temperature. So if you can keep your hands and feet warm, maybe your core body temperature will stay warm too, for example. And yeah, and as long as you have heat too, right? Let's see here. I didn't say that, Sunflower. I did not say that. Did I? I did not say that. But where's my edge? I gotta make sure I'm within frame here. There's something on. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. Frost nip and frostbite really bite, by the way. Yeah. Because usually, like even if I'm wearing gloves and stuff like that, gloves, mitts, or whatever, one of the first things I'll notice right away is your thumb. Because usually your fingers are together in a mitt, or you have your hands in a fist, for example, but your thumb is kind of further away, so to speak, right? So it can get cold fast. Because I've actually experienced that where my fingers are warm, but my thumb's cold, and I started getting frostnip, and and then it onsets onto frostbite, right? And it sucks at times. And remember, don't blow into your hands, right? It's a bad idea. It's one thing if you're gonna get back into a warm environment like within the next couple of minutes or whatever, or able to dry. Let's just say I don't. I just put the mitts away. But if I had mitts on or whatever and they were wet, my hands were still cold. Don't blow into your hands because there's moisture when you exhale, right? So you're just putting moisture into the glove, even if it's wool, right? It just will last if it's wool. But what happens is that you put moisture in your hands. What happens when moisture and cold, right? It starts feeling cold. And what starts to happen is that you'll have to keep doing that all the time. I don't like doing that because, like I said, once you blow into your hands, that moisture, if it starts feeling cold again, you got to do it again, and then it just it's a downward spiral because you got to keep doing it on and on and on because the moisture builds up. Moisture makes you feel cold faster, right? Because it'll suck the heat away from you faster than the air temperature can. So yeah. Uh, oh, okay, sunflower. Uh, well, on the bright side, Iron Warriors, you don't have to deal with that for like another like 9 months again. All right. Yeah. It's either sunburn or frostbite. Either way, it burns. It hurts too. Although I have a more experience with frostnip and frostbite than sunburns, personally, with me. Let me go get something here. Something else here. One of these other things I've been working on here. Where did I put it here? Is it right here? No. See, for everyone that doesn't know, I like to sew every so often. Now, there hasn't been a sewing video for me for quite a while because I've been doing that air sewing. Instead of sewing, I've been doing that air sewing. It's like, so, Sierra, what do you mean by sewing? Like, I meant sewing, I've been sewing, like SOW, all right? Like in the ground. Get it? I haven't been doing that SEW type of sewing for a bit. It's not that I haven't, but I just haven't recorded some of it or whatever. And besides, I usually leave the sewing for like when it's cooler out, colder out. Because usually I'm inside more often, right? But one of the things I've been trying to do more is actually you let's just say, well, I won't show the brand, but something like this, right? Let's just say this had like tears in it, holes in it. I only have one of them, but I lost, misplaced, can't find their matching pair. I can't match it up with something similar in terms of thickness, warmth, value, and size. Well, for everyone that doesn't know, I like to reuse stuff as much as possible, right? Get more out of the resources out there as much as possible, right? Because when you have resources, well, then you have options, right? If you don't have resources, aka gear, well, then it's kind of harder to reproduce something. So one of the things I've been trying to do more and more is kind of how can I take something, let's just say this had tears, holes, rips in it, All right, instead of throwing it out, I've been rethinking of like converting it. Yes, that's the R word into something usable again. So taking it from that not so kind of useless state back and bring it back into that useful state. Especially considering that there's people out there, like because I almost forgot last night after Survival Peace panel after talking to him for a bit. I joined this other channel, Homeless in America, right? But remembering that there's people out there that have less, that are less fortunate, don't have as much quote unquote gear to utilize resources, right? Let alone, a home, money, car, survival knife, multi tool, a lighter, some cordage, and some tarps and all that stuff, right? But the shelter elements, right? So one of the things I want to start doing more is like not only reorganize this kind of stuff right here, but put it back into a useful state as much as possible, right? So let's just say I I have I've done this already with some other stuff, some jackets I had, because I can't wear them anymore and stuff like that. So I donated them to a friend. Well, I consider a friend now, who I just met more recently, like in 2022, December 2022, right, and stuff like that. Because because the stuff I gave them can help them out and stuff like that. So instead of let's say donating it to let's say quote unquote Goodwill or to a thrift shop or whatever, right? I decided to give it directly to someone that can use it right away. So instead of throwing it out, tossing it, trashing it, putting it in the garbage or whatever, it got used again. So it's not have a second life. And what I told them too is like, after if you can't wear it anymore or whatever, if it's still in good condition, give it to someone else to use, right? That way that resource keeps going on and on versus, single use or one season use, right? That way that resource, aka like a jacket, it's helping, you know, 5, 10 people out versus just one person out, right? Because like you said, some of the stuff is I can't wear it anymore, or I get so many of them that I've let's say let's say I had a pair of gloves or whatever that are warmer, right? I'd be like, I'll give these to someone else, for example, that might need it. I've done it before with hats and stuff like that because I know how important it is in Canada to have good winter gear, winter, cold weather type of gear. Because, like you said, frostbite bites. It sucks, and it's painful too. I know it is because I've seen it and I've experienced it firsthand, and just like, ah, I'm trying to shake my hand, and all this stuff, trying to put my hands underneath my armpits, warm up my thumb because I had frostbite on it because it was that cold out. Because it was like minus 30, minus 22 Fahrenheit. So yeah. Uh, yeah, so cool. Yeah, yeah. I see. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Iron Force. Yeah. Well, okay. So okay. So I forgot the ass in there. Sunflowers. I swear my camera's not holding still. Let's see. You guys definitely been hanging around me way too long. Now you're just trying to be funny like I am. Yeah, you got all sorts of kinds of old and odd socks and things. Actually, the socks is another thing I've been reconsidering a lot more. Not just in terms of footwear, but how to utilize that kind of stuff. Like I said, there's a lot. I mean, here in Canada, at least for me personally, our people probably have stuff to have an abundance or at least a supply of winter gear, just because you know if it gets worn out, you get to change. Different situations, different events. Let's say you're going out for dinner compared to going out to a party, compared to going to work, compared to going to school, compared to all the like special events, special functions, banquets, graduation, or all this other stuff, right? So you have different things that you wear depending on that event too, right? Or in comparison to like the weather conditions at that time, right? Regardless if it's colder or a little bit more mild. Or maybe even luckily, look, it's above freezing. Yes, by 1 degree. It's 33 Fahrenheit. Hey, that'll feel really warm. I see that in the middle of January. That would be warm. I'd be like, whew, second summer, guys. No, just kidding. Okay, Iron Firearms. Okay. I see you there. Take care, sunflowers. Nice to see you around. Yeah, do you Iron Fighters? Yeah. Like I said, some of the stuff I've been just trying to get back into a useful state as much as possible. Because, you know, and this is actually real. Well, actually, I've explained this story before, technically with Valerie, but and during the Black Friday charity event, which hopefully I'll do another video on this year again. But when I was very young, back when I was like 9, so a long time ago, right? We we were it was like, I don't know, minus I don't know, maybe about 0 Fahrenheit, minus 17 Celsius now, harsh windshield and stuff like that. We had this new kid in the class, right? Probably just moved here into the country not too long ago. Their first winter, right? And imagine not being used to it or anything, right? Well, he this person didn't have adequate winter gear, and after coming in from recess, they had they probably had frostbite or a severe frostnip. But remember, this person's not used to it, never experienced it, right? So imagine forgetting, even if I forgot about how it felt like and just experienced it right now, the pain sensation, right? So they were very distressed, let's just say, about it, right? So I still remember this our classmate that we had. They offered gloves right away, right? So I always remember that because it sucks when your hands are cold. You have frost nip or something like that. Okay, okay, Joe. Okay, I see those comments in there. By the way, let's see. What do you say, for? I'm going for yeah. You're going for all your gear in the basement, thinking of moving to apartment. So yeah, okay. You got a downscale, you got a downsize or whatever. Okay. Well, hopefully you can get them to someone that can use them again, alright? I r I rather see it get used than get trashed or in a landfill or in a dump or whatever, or incinerated or any one of those things, right? Especially if it's still in good condition, right? Like, I actually have assortment of gloves and other stuff that, maybe I don't have a matching pair yet, but I'm working on it, right? And let's just say I have too many of those non-matching pairs, single gloves, single socks, or whatever. One the other things I'm trying to do is convert them via sewing or something like that, and stitch them together in such a way that they can be useful again. I think this is actually this one right here, because I know one of the other things I'm gonna double check is some of these allow you to touch a touch display, so I actually have to make sure I put them on too. Although I usually just take off my glove and or mid and just touch the display like a phone, like a smartphone or some example. And that's another thing, right? Keep your phone warm, right? As it gets colder, right? Your battery drops very, very fast when your phone's cold. This is why I've actually, well, there may be a video later on, but let's just say I made something to help me with that. Because, yeah. Because for anyone that didn't see that 10-kilometer, which is about what, 6 miles, whatever, winter trip, winter walk that I did. Yeah. Yeah, I was really glad I had this thing to keep my phone a little bit warmer. I was actually surprised because my phone started to die, like down to 4%. I'm like, thank goodness I'm just right outside of home. But I managed to record enough of it to make it work. But oh, yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff, you know, let's just say stuff that, let's just say like a glove like that. Let's say I had like 10 pairs of that, right? I probably don't need that many per se for one person per se, but I'll, donate it to like a church or something like that, throw it in, toss it in their kind of quote unquote lost and found spot, right? Hopefully it would help some other people out there, you know, adults, children, whatever, right? Teenagers or something like that. Give them some gear to, help them out, you know, as much as possible. Speak of which, what's a nope. Apparently I can't touch the display with this. Jeez, it's so bright there. And I have stuff on the table right here. Oh, don't get. What's up, bro, man? How you doing, man? Appreciate you taking the time to drop in. Let me give you one of those. Let me put on a glove here and give you one of those virtual fist bumps here. Okay. And oh, hold on a sec. That I did not mean to do. I was swiping. I was just like I just hit the refresh thing or reload or so. Forgive me, everyone. I am still here, still here, still here. I had to reset this back up. Yeah, I see. I was trying to swipe and I swiped it to refresh or reload the screen. I'm like, really? I can't believe I just did that. Don't like when I do that. Let's see here. And yeah, all right, now we're back. All right, yeah. Don't give charities garbage. It's not cheap to pay for garbage disposal for charity. Yeah, yeah. Good condition, all right? It doesn't need to be quote unquote new, but good working condition, all right? As much as possible. I know. Wow, speaking, I know. Shadow Scott Squeeze here. What's up, Shadow? How are you doing, my friend? Someone else that I like to uh, have fun with over on his Saturday streams, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and every time zone in between, and such and such. Yes, it's evening time in Sweden. Technically, it's still morning out west. Here, technically, for a little bit longer. A little bit longer. But yeah. Make sure. Okay, yeah, my phone's up to par here. Let's see. Yeah, don't give charities garbage, right? Unfortunately, people think. Well, I shouldn't say people, but some individuals think that it's perfectly okay, which it's not. Right? I think this is why they say gently use stuff in good working conditions and stuff like that. But don't throw in like a glove or whatever that has a bunch of holes in it. All right, because they're not gonna be able to resell it, let alone give it away to someone to use, right? But something like this, for example, right? This is still in good condition. There's no holes in it. Obviously, it would help if there was a matching pair to go with it. And I just dropped something out of my pocket, but yeah, you want that. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Iron Fires. I'm really glad you brought that up. By the way, appreciate that. That's why I think I'll leave that on the screen for momentarily. So yeah, because how many times in the wintertime when I go for these walks or whatever, right, I see people. Oh, here's a glove on the ground, one glove, or something like that. I'm always wondering. I'm like, they either put it in their pocket and it fell out. Probably the most likely thing because, like, if you have gloves, right, for the most part, they're probably in your either together in your pocket, rolled up in your pocket, or you're wearing them. Like I'm wearing these ones right here, right? So, and I see that all the time, right? And unfortunately, you know, that stuff doesn't help the landscape, right? Just say. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna actually try something out here. Here, try rolling these up. Put that one load. Something I learned about doing socks. I think I could do this with this too. Roll this up. This head right here is taller. Just roll it like this. I've done this with socks before. I kind of like this. Works quite well with socks. Works okay with gloves or mitts. So a way to roll it up, for example. Although I don't need to roll this one up because I need to lay this flat where I have it. But something else I've been doing too. Let's see here. What else do I got here? Gee. See, I got all this like I said, I got all these odds and ends here. All right. Here's a camel one. Here's another one. So maybe this month or next month I'll go. I appreciate it, Roman. Let's see. Yeah, you guys all saying hi? Yeah. Oops. You always figured they were drunk. Well, sometimes I just met someone this well, I shouldn't say this. Well, actually, I think it was this month. Could have been late last month, but this year, this fall, I guess. Recently met someone, right? And this will be their first time here in. Well, actually, it's their first year here in Canada, right? So this winter will be their first winter here in Canada, right? I mean, I spoke to them before because I just saw them the other day. Okay, let me shut off the camera for a moment here. But I was saying similar things that I was saying here in terms of wearing layers and stuff like that. Because the last time I saw them, they were scootering and it was really windy out. It was really windy. And it was that cold Arctic air, right? That's coming in from northwest for me here. So it's Arctic air, right? It's cold. It's not the nice southern or westerly breeze. It's like northwest, northeast type of wind, right? It's cold because it's coming. Well, that's Arctic air, right? So, and I told them I'm like, dress in layers and stuff like that. And make sure you got something ready to go for this winter, right? Because it can get cold here. I know it does get cold here. Like minus 30 Celsius, minus 22 Fahrenheit. Now I know it gets to minus 40 here, which is the same in Celsius and in Fahrenheit. I know it does. Usually it doesn't linger that long, thank goodness, but that air temperatures of minus where Environment Canada would issue like an extreme cold warning. Yeah, usually that's when the temperature is below like -28, -29 Celsius for extended period of time. So I know it can get cold. And like I said, bringing back to that other story that I brought up earlier, if you're not used to it, right, you gotta get well, you're not gonna get used to it right away, right? You gotta slowly climatize to it a little bit, right? Obviously, there's only a certain degree that you can climatize to the cold. That goes with the heat too, right? Or the hotness, right? Because we all have our tolerances to heat and cold. Some people a little bit less, some people a little bit more. Some people like cold more than heat. Some people like the heat more than the cold, right? It depends. Some people have arthritis and they like certain certain temperatures more or whatever. Right? I've heard this from our channels and stuff like that. You know, they talk about it in their streams and stuff like that. So very honest here, and Glenn's here too. What's up, Glenn? How's it going? Hi, Fariana. You know, I was mentioning your mom earlier about the Black Charity event. I'm glad you came in too, right? I'm glad you came by too. It's nice to see you, by the way. Hopefully everyone's doing. Hopefully you're doing well. Virtual fist bump to ya. You still playing those some of those games and stuff like that, and hopefully everyone's doing well. I've been quite busy lately, so I haven't dropped by your mom's channel for a little bit. I know she's still well, sewing, well, knitting and stuff like that. So I know the good work that she does to help people out as much as possible. Okay, you did good. You're uploading. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, okay, I gotcha. Oh, you're getting some fiber to the home. Nice, 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 nice. So you'll be like live streaming. You'll do that test live stream that everyone likes to do. Right? I'm just testing this, right? Test live stream that goes for an hour. I didn't have anything to say, but it's just a test. I see people do that. So yeah, like I said, I got the gloves out right now. I was just mentioning about gloves, mitts, and stuff like that. I have all these odds and ends, odd gloves that I have no matching pair, and I've been reconsidering on how I can put them back into useful state as much as possible. I do have an idea. I need to try it though, because the thing about something similar to this, right now it's not cold outside, right? It's well above freezing. It's probably plus 10, 50 Fahrenheit outside, right? Yeah, if I wear it outside, yeah, I know it'd be warm, but I want to see how well some of the stuff can do when it's actually 20 Fahrenheit, -9 Celsius, -17 Celsius, 0 Fahrenheit, -22 Fahrenheit, -30 Celsius. So there you go for all you guys and gals in the US. I added that Fahrenheit just for you guys. But I want to make sure can it handle those type of temperatures, right? By actually doing it for real, by actually using them, right? And then, these should be warm. And then assuming, oh, this should be warm enough, right? Because sometimes I won't know until I actually do it. Especially factoring in things like windshield factor, wind, high winds, and stuff like that. Maybe it's wet snow and stuff like that, right? So I got to factor that stuff in. So a lot of the stuff I need to try out and see how warm it is by actually seeing what the temperature is and the conditions are, right? I'd be like, oh, maybe something like this would be a little bit thinner. So, this might be good until like 20 Fahrenheit, -9 Celsius, right? I'll also have to start wearing something more if it gets colder and stuff like that. Yes, yes, Joe, Garden State Garden. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, you are growing on me here. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, Iron Fire Horse, I see that in there too. Now it's time to get cozy for winter, yeah. I guess Iron Fire Horse is gonna start hibernating here. Uh, oh, you're camping out in the middle? Oh, for Halloween? Okay, cool. Okay. I'll keep my eyes peeled for something like that. Seriana. That's cool. No pun intended. Yeah, cool. You guys are you and Iron Fire Horse are just like ready to like hibernate. It's like at least wait for the snow to appear first, or at least or the below freezing temperatures, right? Wait till it gets down to at least 32 Celsius before you start saying it. But yeah, I got you. I get what you guys mean. You guys mean. Just because Garner and Glenn are here. Yeah, yeah. I'll let you guys see that. Yeah, yeah. Just random appearance of some seeds here. Like I said, I'm working on that. Yeah, of course, right? Proactive, right? All right. We try to be proactive, pro, positive, proactive people as much as possible. The best thing you can with what you have. I mean, you know, seeing what you wrote there on Fire Horse, I still haven't gotten to Ice Queen though. I know I may bring them to my, you know, quote unquote landing pad that I have. Yeah, I think we can all agree with that. Yeah. Joe saw it. He's like, ooh. Yeah, I'm working on it, Joe. I'm working on it the best that I can, right, with what I have, right, as much as possible, and hopefully get something to sprout the following years to come and all that stuff. Oh, you know what? Okay, okay. Whoa! You already had that? Seriously, Shadow? I haven't even seen the white stuff out here yet. Technically, I know. Who's it? Morgan from Road Preparedness has seen snow. She's posted some pictures slash videos about it. She's got the winter jacket out already on the way. But you know, that's up there in Alaska, so obviously they're probably gonna see snow well before anyone down south sees it. But I'll probably see it next month. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna see the white frozen white rain this month yet. I hope I didn't just jinx it right there. That would suck. Next week I'll do a watch thing. It's like, oh my gosh, I jinxed it, guys! I can't believe it. Hopefully it wouldn't come to down today. Okay. Okay, Iron Fires. Okay. I see. I'll show you guys something. I gotta go get it though. I gotta go outside and go get it because it's sitting outside in the sun. Just because Garden State Garden is here. Just because. Uh, we'll show this one first. I have some other things, but I'll show this one first. I mentioned this to who was it? White Family Farm and Campaign Family Compound. Look, look, Joe. Yeah, and it's in a container, by the way. Look, no matter what, I kept it going. I'll have to see if I can keep it going throughout the winter. We'll see if I can do it again. I did it once where I kept the green onion going. Now that one was a test, but we'll see if this one right here that I just showed will actually be better. So yeah, hopefully I can keep it going until the spring. Cross my fingers on it. Cross my fingers on it. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Shadow. I tried to make a funny there, but never mind because it just sounded silly and not so as funny as I thought. But yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Hey, yeah, exactly. So I've been trying to up my gardening game, let's just say, as much as I like to up my creative game or creation or CR game. I'm trying to up my gardening game. uh, and don't forget to cultivate the lake. No, I'm pulling that from a different channel, a bigger gardening channel out there. If you know where that reference is, what I'm talking about. So yeah, just stuff I have working on. Yeah, I still have stuff uh going here. Joe and Iron Power Wars. Oh, Chelsea and Help the Guard. You know, I still have stuff going, but I realize it is coming to the end of the season. I gotta put quote unquote the bed to rest. So some of the stuff I can try to over winter and stuff like that. I'll try. You know, I just gotta keep it going, right? Keep it going until you know until the first day of spring, or at least until late March, as much as possible. Yeah, of course. Hmm. Okay. Okay. HBD, Fariana. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Quite interesting to know that. Of course, Shadow. I know you got your cup of Joe. I mean, we got a cup of Joe here just because Joe's here, right? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, it's nice to have some coffee. Yeah, see, coffee. See, a mug here. Someone gifted this to me. I wasn't sure I was gonna use it right away. Then I started using it because it's bigger than the other coffee mug I have. I'm like, well, you know what? At least I can get a cup and a half, right? So I save time by not refilling as often. Although I have to go quite more frequently, you know, you know. You got coffee there too. Prep for it. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. All right, I gotta remember to put this stuff away. One of the things about like doing these live streams every so often, or even doing videos, is like sometimes I'm bringing out stuff to show or stage cross, and I gotta remember to put the stuff away, or else it's like afterwards, it's like after the stream or video, it's like, holy cow, I didn't realize I had so much stuff out. Now I gotta put all the stuff back away again, so it's ready to go the next time, right? As much as possible. So yeah, you can just hold on there. Everyone can still hear me. I'm just walking into this room here. I just had to go get something. I thought I had it. Well, good thing I'm actually checking on stuff because apparently I've misplaced something. Something I, something I did. Something I've been considering and all this stuff among some other things about the socks, like Iron Fire Horse said, stuff like that. I'm just like I said, I have so much of it. And I can't use it all. And yes, I tried to give or donate it some away as much as possible, but I realize I need to do the CR thing and convert it back into a useful state. So some of these items maybe altered to a certain degree. But you might see videos on that later, so to speak. SCW. That's the kind of sew I make. Although I have been doing some sewing though. I haven't had an energy drink. I only had technically I only had one this year. Technically because it was a quote unquote an adult beverage. Like I've been saying, and I think I said it in the last live stream I did. All right, I rarely drink now, and if I do, it's for a specific reason. All right, specific reason. So I've decided more and more to do it like that, just because I want to. And the thing is, I got a quote unquote adult beverages here. I just don't want to open one. Somehow lately, more and more, I rather have coffee. It's a coffee, yes, right. Like, some people have offered me like an adult beverage, and like sometimes I turn them down. Right, I'll be like, no, oh, I'm good with this coffee kind of deal, right? I'd rather have coffee or stay alertness level and stuff like that. Well, I guess very on it. At least it's better than weak coffee. Better than weak coffee, right? I like to have nice strong coffee or fairly strong coffee as much as possible. Hold on a sec. Just unplug my phone here real quick here. Give me a sec here. I'll show you guys something. Technically, I brought these inside. So, just sneak peek here. Like literally, this is a sneak peek here because technically I do have a shorts for this later. But make sure I get the right angle here. Look, everyone. Look. Hey, so Garden State Gardener, Joe, you can add an L to that word that you put down earlier. Ah, get it? Get it? See? So I still got something going here. These were outside. I just brought them inside for now. Because like I said, it's getting cool outside. I might get a few more blooms out of it. So. I need to change my phone back into portrait mode outside the landscape mode for a little bit here. So yeah, something else I have going for now. Oh, thank you, Iron Horse. Yes, I like them too. You know, the gear. If you're watching this replay later, I just showed that just for you, man. Let's see if people who knows is it. It's only like I've been streaming that way. I felt like I've been streaming longer than that. I feel like 2 hours. It's only just been over now. Oh, really? Iron Horse? Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Fariana? How do you, okay, Joe, how do you save the seeds from those, by the way? I'm not as familiar. Maybe I should look up videos. Kind of easily noticeable compared to like tomatoes or sunflowers. Those, the seeds from those are quite simplistic, easy to notice and save because they know what they look like and stuff. So that's something I need to get better at too, is not just grow stuff, but try to quote unquote save seeds from them too as much as possible. That way I see that whole life cycle of it where, you know, I I get a seed from whoever or buy them or whatever, right? It grows, it germinates, it gets into that mature state, it starts to flower fruit and try to get some seeds off of it and circulate that back into that circle of life again. Right? I'm trying to get better at that and see that whole thing, right? Because that way I can identify things later on and be like, oh, I know exactly what that is, right? Because I've seen it before. Because I saw that whole life cycle of this specific plant or something like that. So I need to learn more about that. I hope I'm not Shadow. The pedals at the bottom gently, gently. Okay, I need to look into that more as much as possible. Because if you're saving seeds, that also means you're not buying seeds to replace the seeds that you have throughout the season. Because also, you buy the quote unquote seeds, however amount there is. Well, there's only so many in there, right? It's consumable, right? So eventually, in time, you need to regrow some seed, grow some more seeds, save some more seeds, so you can propagate it more again. So yeah, I need to learn that a little bit more, and see it for myself, and not just see it for myself, but actually go through that's not just the cycle, but experience it firsthand. I'll just say it like that. Yeah. No, Fariana, no, I don't. This is all Shadow Scout Swede's fault. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding, everyone. Just kidding. JK, JK. Let's see. Keep the ones that have a darker seed. Okay, I think I need to actually look into that more and more. Because it would be nice to know that, hey, maybe I can pick up a new thing for this year, right? Learn something new, right? As much as possible, right? And gaining real world EXP experience by actually doing, and not just, you know, quote unquote, buying my way out by just buying seeds the whole time through, right? But actually storing or saving some seeds too, and properly identifying them as much as possible. Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, looks like I lost the right side on the headset, so apparently I'm not have to charge my headset soon. So if the volume changes, or I sound different, or it sounds worse, well, it's because I had to charge my headset. FYI. But yeah, yeah. Prefer. Yeah, yeah. I remember you telling me about that. You do voiceovers for anime and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool. Fariana, just don't forget the soap. Just saying. Just saying. Don't forget the soap, right? But yeah, I mean, I think, as this fall winter season approaches more and more. Well, actually, fall's already here. Actually, fall's already fall at this rate. Fall might like pass and go and pass by quite shortly here. But starting to get more stuff ready as much as possible. As much as possible. Like, hold on a second. Why not? Why not? Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess since I'm quite far into doing the stream now, maybe I'll show a sneak peek. Yeah, let's flip outside here. literally sweat outside here. For anyone that hasn't seen my banana video, here, just for you guys, see? I still do, see? Live. Oh, this is not fake. This ain't plastic. This is real. That's real dirt, right? This ain't, that's not, coffee grounds on the ground. This ain't, an indoor plastic plant. No, this is actually outside. So I still got this for now, but I think this will, I will have to call this quits soon, just because, among some other things. You know what? Hey, oh shit. Let me try to get a good angle here. I'll show you. I'll show you guys something. Look, I wasn't joking. Look. Too bad Sunflowers isn't here anymore. Just for her. Look, a real sunflower. See? Like I've been saying to some on the side chats, on some of the side chats, I still have blooms going. Technically. Technically. It's like almost Halloween. I still have blooms going, but these are the last little bits of them. Pretty much those are just the small ones and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle this cold that's coming up though. I mean, they've already flowered. I haven't, wow, stuff like that. I haven't watered them because, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I guess I'll learn by actually doing this stuff and stuff like that. Welcome back, Fariana. Thanks, Shadow. All right, I'm prepared for it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very nice too. You know, there's like no leaves on the trees yet. I still have sunflower blooms going. It's quite nice. It's quite nice to see it like that, where I'm just like, I get to still see them again. They're still going right. Like I said, it's like I can show you like the leaves on the ground. And stuff like that. There's lots of leaves. I should say lots, but there's leaves on the ground and stuff, right? They're just going. So hopefully, like I said, like the what Shadow Scout said, those green Wolverine like claws. Right? Hopefully, I can keep that one going for the whole winter. Like I said, I've done it once, but that was just an experiment, right? This will be the real test, right? To keep this one going because this one's a little bit more mature, a little bit bigger container and stuff like that. So I'll try to keep it going as much as possible. Because it would be nice to have some green onions over the winter, fresh green onions, right? You know, there'll be some vitamin C in them, for example, right? Something I want to keep going as much as possible. Because it looked like that. Sure, yeah. Very honest, Thanksgiving already went by here again. That was 2 weeks ago. That was back on the 11th. Last week. Thanksgiving was last week. Did you enjoy Thanksgiving, Iron Fly Horse? As she's the only Canadian person here right now. Take care, Brit, for it, man. Catch you on the next time. On the flip side, as some people would say. Yeah, yeah, I know that too, Carry on. I try to remember who's in certain areas and stuff like that. Like, like I've said to people, I don't care specifically where you are. I just want to know at times, just fairly general area. It's not so I can. It's not per se so I can send you something or whatever. It's so if something happens in that area, I can get a hold of you and see if you're okay. For example, right? Like I knew someone that lived in the Las Vegas area, right? And when that kind of thing happened a while back, right? I messaged them right away, right? I'd be like, because they might have known someone in that situation or at that event, right? So As an FYI, that's the only reason, right? So if I hear something on the news or whatever, I can check in and be like, "Are you doing okay?" Or whatever, just checking in, right? I heard about this situation happening or whatever. Because I know, I've starting to know more and more people around the world, not just here in North America, here in Canada, or in the U.S., right? So, because I care enough with a CR in it. Yeah. Really, really, really. You want to dress up as Al and Peggy Bundy? But Al, I'm just, I'm just picturing that right now. I think I remember that when I was younger, watching it. Although it aired quite late when I was young, so I didn't always have the chance to catch it because it always aired at like I think at like late in the evening or at night. So sometimes I had to be in bed or studying or doing homework. Right? I had to be a good kid at that time. I tried to sneak in and watch some of that. But that'd be for another video, like a horse and carriage. Yeah, yeah, I just said that. Yeah, it happens. It happens very honest. It's even Shadow Rivers. That's that show. Oh, okay. Well, you could always do the wig thing if you want, Fariana. Although it's not the same, right? Having the real hairstyle with real hair, stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Man, it's nice out there. It's nice and sunny out here for me. I'm actually standing outside right now for a little bit since my phone's charged and stuff like that. I got some solar lights sitting outside right now. I think I've shown them before, couple live streams back. So I just have them charging because I just got them this year back in I don't know June June or July. So been trying them out. Like I knew they were gonna be good for summer. I want to see how well they can handle the fall and the winter here, and see how much. All right, and see how well that solar panel on them will work, and of course how well the rechargeable batteries will work, and how long it'll last. So we'll see. We'll see, especially as the winter solstice comes sooner and sooner. It's only 2 months away, right? So we'll see. We'll see how good they are. Let's see how good it is. Hey, look who it is. It's Camp Family Compound. What's up, Gil? How's it going, man? Nice to see you around. Hopefully you're doing well. You know what? Hold on. I'll show you guys real quick here. Oh, I wasn't supposed to step on that. All right, see, you're right here. I misplaced the lid on this one. Oops, but it still works. Yeah, see, I didn't even remove the protective film on it. Yeah, so been trying these out. I kind of like these ones. They've been fairly bright for what they are. It's about, let's see, let me check here real quick. Yeah, nickel metal hydride, alloy 1000 milliamp hours on them. So, providing I get enough sun, they'll go. But I want to see how efficient they are and stuff like that, and how long it'll last. Because it'd be really cool if I could still use them during the winter, at least part of the winter. We'll see. Because obviously it's gonna work really well in the summer. I'm talking about when the daylight hours becomes like 8, 7 hours versus like right now where it's still like relatively like 11 hours of daylight. But it's also we just went by the equinox time back in September, so days are getting shorter, the nights are getting longer, right, and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see. Yeah. That's me. That's me, right, Fariana? Yeah, that's all. It's all good, Iron Fire Horse. I appreciate you just even listening, right? Just chiming in every so often, right? Right. Even if you gotta put commenting randomly, right? Sometimes I'll actually put that as my comment. I'll be like, right, commenting randomly and stuff like that. So yeah, I still have some stuff going here for now, but I'll have to put it to rest soon. Oh, look at that! Oh, never mind. I thought that this wasp was gonna come over and like share some time here, but I guess not. He's like, nah, I'll just fly over here instead. So I've still seen some of the pollinators though, although I know as this so-called low pressure system, because I think it's off the coast right now on the coastline, but it's eventually gonna make its way inland more and more, and yeah, the temperature's supposed to drop. So pretty sure the bug activity will start dropping off soon. Pretty much the only thing I don't even think I've been seeing ants on the ground, let alone seeing wasps around. The only thing I've been seeing around is the wasp. I don't even think I've seen a fly around. Yeah, let alone an ant. I haven't seen an ant on the ground for a while. So, they're going away for now. Coffee, carry on. Coffee works better. Yeah, straight up. CR were commenting randomly. I don't want to do that, for honest. I'll let them kind of migrate around. Besides, I still have some flowers out blooming, so it'll help. They're probably attracted to that right now. They're probably like, oh my gosh, there's a flower over here. I want to go over here. So that's probably what they're doing right now. When it's a thing about caffeine, it can do that. Like, I know I experienced it. Rarely I experience it, but it can happen. So, although usually for me it's gonna be like caffeine headache or something like that. Here, hopefully my Wi-Fi was hold in here. Yeah, getting good signal. So here's the bed that used to have the tomatoes in it. And as you can see right there, you can see that one thing right there. Wink, wink, hint, hint. So I've been adding some stuff back into the ground, honestly. Some biomass back in, some leaves, among some other things. Because this bed right here was quite productive with the tomatoes this year, so I can imagine all those tomato plants I had probably grew quite a bit out of the ground. So I need to input in some stuff back in. Yeah, they are. That's for sure, Shadow. So, so yeah, let you guys see this real quick. Hopefully not without tripping. Yeah, this used to be the tomato bed. By the way, so anyone that hasn't seen my tomato video, yeah, that's the same bed. The tomatoes are done this year. That's for sure. The only thing I have left going, the only thing I have besides maybe something that looks like lettuce is like the sunflowers. That's it. Everything else is done. Everything else has been harvested. Among some other things. Oh, I'll let you guys see that. Um, wink, wink. Okay, I see, Fariana. Hopefully. Let me know if I'm breaking up or whatever, or buffering or anything, because I'm actually somewhat of a distance away from my Wi-Fi extender, so hopefully the signal will hold out here for me as much as possible. So, like some other things here. Let's see. See if I can show this here. I'll show you guys this. Look, see? See? Look. I still got those. I like when the women say that to me. I'm just kidding. Your voice is fine. I've actually had some females say, your, your voice is so soothing on the live stream CR or something like that. I'm like, oh, thanks. Hey, it's Sandy. How are you doing? I remember seeing you last night with Gil. Well, actually, that was on the Green Man Prepping channel with an A, all right? Gray. I appreciate you taking the time to drop in. You know, it's really funny. Joe Garnsday Gardner. I just got the notification from Courtney. I just got it. I just got this notification about your Grow TV channel. I'm like, you know, that's quite funny. That's quite funny. I just got that notification over on the Instagram. So, you got aggressive grass that kills everything. Uh, oh, I appreciate that, Sandy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you taking the time to drop in. So yeah, this stuff is just kind of. I'm just kind of getting the bed more and more ready here, as much as possible, right? Trying to put, say, add the leaves back in, add some stuff back in, like a breakdown over the winter. Help me out for the 2024 season as much as possible, among some other things. Yeah, see. I don't know how that got there. Maybe the bird, or oh no, it was me. Never mind. What am I saying? What am I saying? That was me. That was all me. It wasn't the birds. It was me. I must have just dropped it in there. No. Okay, let me take a look. I don't think no, it's already been yeah, this one's already been shelled. Yeah. Kind of adding the stuff back in the ground and hopefully help me in the 2024, 2025 season and stuff like that as much as possible. I mean, I got this herb bed here that I had the peas in and stuff, so there's at least I got a few beds out here. At least two or three of them I need to kind of do something with. It's because I still have stuff growing on the top, so obviously I'm not adding into the ground yet. Like this bed right here has been empty for like the last couple of weeks, so I decided to add some stuff back into it. You know, chop and drop it in and stuff like that. Things I have laying around, maybe some leaves, among some other things. Like literally chop and drop it in. Maybe cover it with a little bit of dirt so it doesn't fly away, right? So it doesn't blow away from the winds, right? Because once winter sets in, it starts to snow, right? This will be covered, and yeah, it'll stay on the ground. I just don't want it blowing away everywhere. You got rid of entire one. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. Iron Fire Horse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I got you in there. It's that that's not even autocorrect. That's just because the way the spacing where the letters are on the keyboard or on the virtual keyboard or keypad or whatever. Yeah, I get that. I've seen that before where people write words. It's like it's not an autocorrect. It's because they mistyped it. Although they still made a word out of it. Because O and L are close by to like K and I, right? If you look it on the keyboard. Well, that's good though. I mean, you got the biodiversity though, at least Fariana, right? You can butterflies and all that stuff, right? I managed to see a few butterflies this season. I was unable to take a picture or video because either I was charging the phone or by the time I got back outside to do it, they were already gone or they flew away from my camera. So, although I did manage to catch a few things like pollinators, for example, right? Like because I just showed the tomato bed, right? I did one of the video update videos. I showed that. I managed to get that on camera and stuff like that. I think I recorded it as slow mo, so I think that's why it looks so well. And you might see another pollinator in another short or video that I'm doing. I can double check when I can't check right now because I'm on the phone, but I do have a short lined up. I might show one. I recorded that in slow mo, so that's why it looks so nice and fluent. Stuff like that. Hey, he's back. What's up, man? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. I might as well just call you JSP now. I like to use acronyms as much as possible. I got so much to say that I gotta keep all the words nice and concise and short as much as possible. But yeah. Okay. I Fariana. Hmm. Oh wow, Iron Fire Horse. Yeah, I just saw that comment there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Iron Fire Horse. It's definitely unfortunate. That's my time here. Um, yeah, I'll go with some order. Why not? Why not? I got people coming back in. I keep the show going right? And all that stuff. We just put some plants out here in the sun here, among some other things. Let me just set this in the grass area. They're gonna fall over. Container gardening. Even with the beds, right? I decided to do this just because I've seen some other people doing it. And see, the year before I tried the experiment of overwinter, not even overwintering, but keeping a green onion going. Technically, it's still going, but I want to try this with a full size plant now this year around and just keep going with it as much as possible, right? Just to see for myself here as I walk back inside here. That I'm not sure of, Sandy. That I'm not sure of. Maybe Garden State Gardener or some of our gardeners can chime in on that. That I'm not as familiar with that. I'm just learning how to garden a little bit more every season now. Like I put in a video earlier this year about the spring prep work, right? Where I was basically, well, basically it chop and drop, right? But I've been doing that for the last about 4 or 5 years, give or take, right? And I've noticed last year and this year how productive it was, right? Everything was propagating well, growing well, relatively speaking, right? Relatively speaking. And also, there's variables like heat, sunlight, wind, hail, wind damage, amount of precipitation like water and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I've been seeing the benefits more and more. It's more apparent to me that I've been seeing these kind of, how do I say, positive results. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be chopping and dropping stuff into the ground during the spring and fall season. Around, let's say, March, well, probably more like March and September, October, right? And stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it's helping. I'm pretty sure it's helping me out. Yeah. Apparently, Garden State Garden is saying yes, so I'm assuming so. So good, Sandy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Garden State Garden Joe's actually answering that. So yes, apparently it's a yes. I don't have those here, and I've never grown those, so I don't know. It's, I'm just learning by doing it, right? Just growing something and just trying to expand on what I can learn by growing it as much as possible and seeing the whole life cycle, right? So I can see literally from seed to germination to some adolescent plant or more mature plant to flowering, fruiting stage, and then getting the seeds again, and rinse and repeat, as they say, right? So I've been trying to do more of that as much as possible, and doing the chop and drop in with it as much as possible, right? Because obviously, if I'm growing like a really big sunflower, it's probably pulling quite a bit out of the dirt in terms of nutrients, right? Stuff like that. So, would be nice if I have more an abundant supply down there, so it can draw as much as it wants. Because I'll just keep adding more into it in a natural sense, right? Chop and drop, you know. You know, synthetic fertilizers do have their benefits and their place, right? Usually they tend to be more fast acting in comparison to the natural stuff, right? Which is slower to release out because it's not biologically available for plants yet, usually. Because usually the natural stuff needs to break down a little bit more because it's not in that compost type of consistency, broken down consistency, yeah. Versus something like a synthetic fertilizer that's usually going to be like water soluble and stuff like that. But the trade off is also usually that stuff is usually like because it's water soluble or fast acting, it can leach out or drain away from the soil or away from the roots, right? Or be pushed down deeper into the soil profile away from the roots, and they can't access that anymore. So, yeah. Hence, I've been trying to just chop and drop a lot more actually. In the first year, honestly, in the first year, I didn't see the results per se as much, but as the years have gone by and as I've been adding and adding and adding more into it, I feel like, in my opinion, anyways, that I've been seeing the benefits more. The benefits are becoming more apparent. It's, you know, so yeah. And apparently, Joe's saying, but it can't handle those taters can't handle extreme cold. Okay. Oh, and if the tubers freeze, they will die and rot. Okay. Oops. But anyways, take care, Fariana. Nice to see you. So yeah, I mean, I've been just doing it, I guess, right? You know, developing that green thumb by actually doing it, right? And that just saying I'm gonna do it or something like that, but I'm just gonna do it, right? As much as possible. I've seen other people, friends I know, and stuff, even relatives I know, right? They've started to get into gardening a little bit more, and some of the times they're doing a little bit more than just flowers, right? Sometimes maybe strawberries or tomatoes, right? I'm like, so seeing people like that just starting off and doing it and getting success and stuff like that, learning from it makes me always want to up my game on it, right? Where maybe this year around I'm gonna try something new, something I haven't tried yet, all right, and see if I can grow it here, see the life cycle of it, right? Start from a seed, let it grow, and who knows where it'll go. It's like I almost planted and I almost made it right. I just said like it feels like I just said an hour went by and now I'm coming up to this 2 hour mark real shortly here. I can't believe how much time went by. It feels like I just got here. I just started this stream, but I'll explain it. Did. So I'll probably go until the top. Yeah, I'll probably go to the top of the hour here. So whatever time it is for you guys and gals out there, top of the hour. So yeah, I'll go to the top of the hour. I gotta remember I gotta do stuff too, but I did want to reconnect with some of you out there. And like I said, I've lost the right side of the headset now. I still have the mic portion on the left side, but I know it's not gonna last that much longer. I'm probably gonna get that little battery indicator come up and eventually I'll lose connection with the headset because it's the battery's dead. So you'll notice like a volume or a voice change slightly as I switch over to the phone mic, the mic built into the phone. Although I still think my headset sounds better than what I sound like on the phone, but at least the mic's working, right? At least the camera's working, so I'm not dwelled on that. At least it's still working. It's still going, right? Just like some sunflowers are still going. I just see that's the thing. I gotta harvest some of them still, so right now I've just been thinking, oh, I need to harvest a few here because some of them are not far enough in that kind of mature state, or like there's seeds on them, but they're not. Huh. I'm inside. I just looked up. I just see this little speck, and apparently it's a spider. I don't know if I could show it on camera. It's really, really small. Yeah, I know it's a spider. Really, really small. It's smaller than an ant. I'm actually surprised I even noticed it. The only reason I noticed it because there's contrast from the background. No, let it be. Whatever. Not a big deal. Can't be that bad. Maybe it'll help. So yeah, not only seeds like this that I'll keep going here, but some other things too. And try to, you know, it's funny. I'll show you guys. Because technically, I, oop, oh, did I just? I almost swiped to the wrong side trying to re-pick up the phone. Oh my gosh, don't do it again. See, these are the sunflower seeds from last year. Still, I still actually technically have them. One of the things I've been doing throughout this year, every so often, has been thinning those out a little bit more, right? Because I'm gonna have more of a supply again this year and stuff like that. But I've been thinning out like the smaller ones, the ones that are a little bit thinner, and trying to keep the more quote unquote plump ones and the big ones. Because for the most part, they're more likely to have seed inside. It's for anyone that's ever had sunflower seeds or grown them. Well, every so often, some of the seeds don't have the kernel inside. So I'm trying to thin them out as much as possible and keep that going as long as possible, right? We'll see again if I want to do the microgreens this in the winter, this fall slash winter. I might do it again. Although I might experiment on doing it without soil though. And besides, I want to see if I can do it over the winter anyways. We'll see. We'll see. With minimal or non-existing sunlight. We'll see. We'll see if it can go. I know Shell Scout Sweet seen that. Can you guys still hear me? I just lost the left side of the headset, so my headset's dead. Yeah, back on my phone mic. You guys hear me? And take care, Garden State Gardener. Take care, Joe. Appreciate you dropping by and giving you a little answers to the questions that I can answer. And apparently, I need to plug in my headset again. Yeah, I have no idea how it sounds. I'm trying to project into the phone as much as possible. So I'll probably go for another 15 minutes. I knew it wouldn't last until the end of the stream. I knew it wouldn't. Yeah, thanks, Shadow. I appreciate it. Yes, take care as well, Garden State Gardener. AK Girl TV. So yeah. I guess in this last 15 minutes, I'll talk about something else here, away from the gardening and winter stuff. But as a content creator, right? I was talking, again, like I said, to someone else last night on their panel. Well, I was the only one on the panel. We were talking about being a content creator, right? And sometimes, excuse me, just coming up with a video idea is half the work, right? Half the work in itself, right? And they were just doing something more funny or a sketch or whatever, and just having fun on the stream. And I was just like, you guys gotta do that as a video, man, or as a shorts, right? Maybe it won't do well, but maybe it'll do really well, right? You never know until you put it out there, right? Sometimes you may be surprised. Because I know sometimes I've been surprised on some of the shorts I put out on my, like, how'd that do so much better? Is it something I said, or is it the way I said it, right? Because I'm like, I still don't know how I got 1K views on like some green onion that I barely showed like 15 seconds of, right? Maybe it's the way I said it, or because I said that I overwintered it, or grew it over. It lasted throughout the whole winter, right? Technically, I still haven't, but like I said, that was just a test, right? I just wanted to see it in a smaller scale. But this year, like I said, I'm gonna try it in a bigger scale and see if I can keep that going. It'd be nice if I could, right? And maybe propagate it some more and stuff like that. I'll have to see. I don't know if it's gonna start. It might start bolting and flowering, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I could get some seeds off of it too, or something like that. Let's see. Where am I? I got 50%. Well, it should be good. Should be good. But yeah, as a content creator, right? So I'm looking for some ideas here for this winter. I guess, like I said, certain things will just write themselves, right? Christmas time, New Year's, yeah, okay, that's one or two videos easily. I can just pop in as filler, but the rest of the time, right? There's also I'm not showing any gardening videos because it will be winter. It'll be resting, right? There may be some snow videos, obviously wintertime videos. I'm assuming, but like I said, it's harder to record in the winter just because of the cold factor, right? It's not because I'm cold per se. It's actually because the phone's cold and the battery just drops. So I may have to top off my phone all the way to max, 95 plus percent, bring a battery bank, or keep the phone warm, or keep the footage, the video segments shorter, like let's say under a minute, 30 seconds, and just warm back up my phone, keep it warm, and just keep going with it. Because that's something I actually had to do in that kind of 10-kilometer winter walk that I did. It was the only way. There was no way to record such a long segment of video. I didn't have the tripod because of the nature of what I had to do that day. And even if I had the tripod and set up the tripod, the phone probably would have drained so much faster just because now it's exposed to the wind, the coldness, right? So it's tricky at times for me to record in the winter. Some of these winter activities that I do. I try to post something, right? And of course, you're gonna see some sewing type of videos. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna post at least one, even though I haven't recorded it yet, let alone done it yet. But most likely it'll appear. Don't know when. You know, I'll probably just schedule it in and fit it in somewhere as much as possible. Oh, by the way, for anyone that stayed with me for this whole live stream, or you were catching this as the replay gang, right? If you're hearing this part right now, by the way, there's a video coming up where I do some singing randomly. Randomly. Yeah, I just made it up as I went along. Somehow it went well. I mean, somehow it goes with the background sounds and music, but just something more fun. More specifically for my followers here on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll guess to make if it will make an appearance on the Instagram side, but yeah, it's gonna be here on the YouTube side because I've already uploaded it. It's already scheduled. You just gotta wait. Wait for it. It's not that long. It's probably like 2 minutes. So you might find it very entertaining. Hey, it's Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. How are you doing? I just looked at the screen and I just saw you here. Yeah, you know what? I'll go a little bit longer. Cecilia's here, by the way. Well, Cecilia, you don't have to wait till that video to find out, right? Hey, when I say sneak peeks, sometimes it's a glimpse, hints, right? Gotta keep something for the videos, right? Gotta keep something to show later on. And then let's show my hand on everything or all my cards yet, right? I'll show you guys a couple sevens in the hands or something like that, a couple nines in the hands. Yeah. Maybe you'll see a random joker in the hand or something like that. My five card hand, metaphorically speaking, right? Because I'm still working on the house cards. Oh, you're doing okay, Cecilia. I'm really glad that I haven't seen you drop by one of my streams for a while, but it's very nice to see you again. By the way, hopefully everything's going well, and hopefully I'll see you later tonight. I'm assuming. Hopefully I'll see you with Jason Molly later on tonight. Yeah, today's Wednesday, so they should be live. I should be able to attend the stream. I should be able to. Like I've said, because technically I've said it to them because they've been here. Well, actually, just once or two. See, some of you that I follow out there, you do streams at the same time. So sometimes I gotta do like half and half, right? Spend an hour here, spend an hour over there, kind of deal as much as possible. Sometimes I'll spend the whole time, but next week I'm not there because I'm spending time with someone else for the whole time. So as a content creator, I'm also a watcher, right? So I'm trying to follow people as much as possible, right? Chime in on the side chat, the comment section, watching, and all that stuff as much as possible, right? But of course, sometimes I'm busy doing stuff, not just gardening stuff or chores per se, but sometimes I'm visiting people, attending something or going somewhere, right? So I'm not always available, but hey, if I'm available, now if I like the topic or the conversation really well, yeah, I'm gonna chime in because I want to, right? I like how I just said that, then I just see this on the screen.
Yeah, Cecilia. I hated that, but I guess, yeah, I guess it's the way the cookie crumbles at times. Yeah, yeah. Well, I left you a reply on that same video, so it's just the way it is, right? But like I said, this is why I grew more than one. Definitely, I grew more than one. Hopefully, I'll get some seeds out of it so I can propagate it more. Because the thing is about the microgreens is that you don't get seeds from. You have to use seeds, obviously, but you don't get a seed in return, right? Because you're consuming it in its when you still see the what's that called, land and anyways, sort of vanilla. The baby leaves on it, right? So, and you need quite a bit of seeds for microgreens. So that was another reason why I didn't want to say I would send you seeds from that because I can guarantee it. And like I said, I do need the seeds if I'm gonna grow microgreens because that takes quite a bit. Like the video that I showed the microgreens of earlier in the year, I had 50 some seeds in there at least, plus the additional ones that I tried in smaller containers. Right, so if I'm gonna do microgreens, I'm gonna probably need most, if not all, the seeds. And you gotta remember, if I want to roast some roasted sunflower seeds, well, that's quite a bit too. Like I had two pack sheets of it. Right, I did that in November. It was gone by like New Year's, so I went that for that really fast. So that two sheets or pants of it went real fast too. So I realized early on, I'm like, yeah, I gotta grow more sunflowers to get more seeds than what I have because, like I said, if I'm roasting them, growing them as microgreens, it's gonna go a lot faster. And remember, that's not even including seeds I wanna save for the next harvest in terms of regrowing the seeds, right? So, because the little package of seeds that originally came from, right, that someone gave me, there was only so many in there, right? Technically, I still have that package, right? But yeah. I see, Cecily. I've heard about that, but I've also heard it's very difficult too. So I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And I imagine it's just like everything else. You probably need way more than you think. So, and I barely even have enough for microgreens and to roast them. So yeah, yeah. Hopefully you get a little bit more sunshine, right? So that balance of air, water, and heat, or sunshine, or energy, right, and all that stuff. Because also there's probably enough nutrients in the ground, right? Especially if you chop and drop or add some in. It's that weather conditions like heat or amount of sunlight you're getting or not getting that's important too. Yeah, but sometimes some of those videos are more concise. They make it look easier than it appears, right? Until you try something, sometimes you never know how good or fast or easy it is until you try. Like because sometimes things have a learning curve, right? For it, like sometimes the hardest part is actually the first time, because the second time, third time, and consequent times after that, it becomes easier because you have prior experience or knowledge about it. It's like putting something together. If you put one together, you might be able to do the next one, right? Just because you have prior experience with it. Mm. 管理都會 Yeah, yeah, I remember you saying that, Cecilia. Yeah, yeah. Even back in July. Yeah, I still remember that. I still remember with Cliff and Jason, Molly, and Colin. Yeah, that's with an O, an A, by the way. I've started to meet a lot more different people. I'm like, oh, this is how they spell it. and all this stuff. Well, Cecilia, I guess this is just one of those years, right? Just one of those not so great years, unfortunately, for what it is. I'm lucky out wester that I do get that relatively balance of sun and precipitation, relatively speaking, right? Honestly, rainwater catchment did help. It for sure has been helping. That has been like that literally has been like one of those game changers, metaphorically speaking. It's just been helping so much more. I just like because it allows me to reallocate the rainwater to times when it's sunny and hotter out. So and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's hard to do something when it's just cloudy and raining all the time. At least if you because eventually you do need that solar energy, sunlight to come in. You know, to develop the plants a little bit better and stuff like that. Yeah, that's you, Cecilia. Yeah. I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Well, I guess I'm gonna go a little bit longer because Cecilia's here. Just because Cecilia's here, I'm gonna go a little bit longer. No, I said I was gonna call it quits at the top of the hour. It's like a minute past the top of the hour right now, so I'll go for another 15-ish minutes unless otherwise stated. Right? Oh, okay. I see Cecilia. Yeah. Your cherry tree. Okay. Yeah, I think next year I'm gonna try something again. I tried something this year, but it didn't pan out whatsoever. Never even saw a flower, little fruit from it. So I have to try again. I think I'll start it even earlier. I guess it's just gonna be one of those challenges. If I can do it next year or the year after or whatever, or at least see a flower on it, then it'd be more confident that I could attempt to do it. I was trying something out this year. I'm just like it didn't pan out so well. Never got the fruit off of it. It sure made everything's like sunflowers and tomatoes look easy though in comparison. But like I said, instead of just watching videos, like I've watched some videos and stuff like that, but I was just like, you know what? I gotta actually do this and see for myself. Because a lot of those videos that I see certain plants growing, they live down south, right? In warmer climates, you know, where that growing zone number is higher, right? So they get it's warmer and all that stuff. So, but then again, I'm able to grow green onion throughout the summer, even though it's people down south, it's too hot, right? People in, let's say, Texas, Florida, sunshine states down south more, right? They're doing it now because it's not as hot. It doesn't just bolt to a flower right away. I see. Well, Cecilia, like I said earlier, before you joined, I've been chopping and dropping for a while now. For the last about, let's say, 4 or 5 years at least, right? In the first 1 or 2 years, I didn't see anything noticeable at first, but as these back end of the years have gone by, I've started to notice more and more because it's just like and how productive it is. So it's been really encouraging to the point that I'm like, I gotta keep doing this because you know I'm seeing the results, the fruits of my labor, so to speak. All right. Oh, you're doing verma composting, right? With worms and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, it does. It does help. You gotta improve the garden, right? Feed the soil to feed the plants. as, as my one gardening friend would say, And sometimes I remember that and stuff like that, and just keep going with it, right? Like I said, Cecilia, I did have some issues, and I've seen air gardeners around here that I know locally that had some issues due to them not feeling well. They had quote unquote an emergency. I'll just leave it at that. Nothing too serious, but yeah, they kind of let their garden they didn't tend to it as much as they would like, right? Because the thing about gardening is like per se, yeah, you can earn stuff or whatever, but ultimately you want to harvest. Right? Ultimately, when it comes to gardening, the ultimate goal was to get a harvest, to get either seeds or fruits. So you see some results or fruits of your labor, right? Ultimately, even in permaculture, you want to get a harvest, right? It's one of those things, right? So if you don't get to that state, it's not, you may have learned something or whatever, but it's not quite 100% success, as they say. Yeah. Okay. 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 When you drop it, drop it. Okay. Okay, Cecilia. Yeah. I gotta put it back in my phone here. Okay. Down to 37% here. Mm, the runoff. Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for that too. You know, one of my friends, I had issues with heavy rain, right? But that their tomatoes start to suffer, right? Like basically, relatively speaking, we started the tomato plants relatively at the same time. They might have even started them technically before I did. Well, had them in the ground, like in a bed before I did, but because my soil level is slightly above the surrounding ground level, this heavy rain that we got this back in the summer, and that kind of a day, weeks or a month's worth of rain in one day or whatever, that kind of thing, right? Because of that, their tomato plants, the roots got waterlogged a lot, yelling at the leaves and stuff like that. My mine handled it like a champ, right? I and stuff like that. But basically, it delayed their flowering and consequently their fruiting stage, right? Like now they managed to get something out of it, but it wasn't as good. So what you said earlier about having too much rain, too much, getting clouds in your area, so it can happen. But I was fortunate enough that it handled it quite well. The only issue I really had with tomato plants this year was like wind, wind damage, because it broke some of the stems and stuff like that. Like there was this one, and I, like I mentioned this to Rem from. Geez, I'm trying to remember the full channel. Anyways, Rem, right? Who was out east in Atlantic Canada and New Brunswick, but you know, because it happened when I was attending a stream which he was in with some American people, right? And I'm just like, and I showed them a picture. I'm like, yeah, I managed because it bent the this tomato branch quite. And it didn't sever it, but it was kind of limp. I managed to get tomatoes off of that above that kind of broken area. So I was like, oh, I managed to keep it going at least, all right, as long as possible. Like it wasn't severed or anything like that. It was just heavily bent, so there was some damage, but I managed to keep it going. So that was one of those things that I learned from. I see, Cecilia. Really? That's really cool, Cecilia. Hey, Cecilia, there might be a video on one more tomato plant. Wink, wink. For anyone watching at this last little bit and uh, seeing this later on the replay, shout out to the replay gang, or just lurking in the background listening, there may be one more We'll see. I might have to record it today. It's sitting outside right now. It's sitting by my onion plant, green onion plant. And still, yeah, we'll see. So something else I've tried out. So sometimes the best way to learn gardening is by doing. Right? You can watch all the videos, read all the books you can, but sometimes you gotta get that real dirt time in, right? By doing it, right? And seeing for your own eyes, smelling the smell, seeing the quote unquote colors, the sights, right? Touching it, feeling it, and seeing it, and all that stuff, right? And sensing it with your own senses, right? Stuff like that. I'll just randomly put that on the screen. I see, Cecilia. Well, it's probably got you've been chopping and dropping, so it's got a lot of not just nutrients, but biomass inside of it, right? It's got a lot of quote unquote oomph to it, right? It's still got quite a lot of potential to it, so you keep on going. I think this is why I've been more encouraged to do this chop and drop more and more, to the point that I'm actually doing more this year, or a little bit more this year. Like last year, I was like, I added so much in. I'm like, I probably did eventually see the results this year, but usually for chop and drop, usually you're not done. The stuff you're adding in like this year is for next year, kind of deal, right? And you keep going with it. I think this is why people may get discouraged, because they've only been doing it a year or two, right? No, it, chop and drop is a long-term thing, right? You're not going to see the results right away, because it's not biologically available to the plants right away when you're chopping and dropping. You need to let the bugs, the ants, the worms, the fungi, mycelium, the protozoa, the bacteria break it down and make it bio, biologically available to the plants, right? And that takes a little bit of time, because it's not compost yet, right? It hasn't been broken down yet, so you have to give it some time. But once you give it that time, it becomes biologically available for the plants, right? And I just keep adding and adding and adding and stuff like that. Yeah, I got you. That was a sol. That was a sol. That was a solid soil, not solid. No, not yet, silly. I gotta source out something. I gotta source out something that I can actually not only get my hands on, but hopefully not cost an arm and a leg too. Right? So no, I've only been chopping and dropping greens and browns in as much as possible. Kind of broadcasting it out and just kind of giving it some time, right? Give it some time, add some water. Well, if it rains, then it rains, or snow or whatever, and just let kind of nature take over on it. Let the microbes, the boas, the bacteria, the fungi, and all that stuff help break it down, right? In turn, feed the soil, which in turn will feed the plants, which in turn can feed me or the pollinators. Oh, and I can get some seeds off it later on in the season, during harvest time in like September, October, during fall, autumn time, like it is right now. Okay. Okay, Cecilia. Yeah, I know, because that kind of stuff is too hot in comparison to like rabbit or something like that. Yeah, so I've heard. So I've heard from other people in our channels out there. No, I'm not doing that, Cecilia. That TP roll. I'm not doing that. At least I haven't seen if it's worth my time doing it. Like this chopping drop, for me, it's been worth the time. Because basically, I just chop it up, maybe increase the surface area, right? So, and stuff like that, and just chop it and drop it in. To me, it's relatively simple, relatively straightforward, and stuff like that. and I just make a batch of it, right? Make a batch for the spring, make a batch for the fall, right? I'm putting in the batch for the fall right now, and I'm working on the batch for the springtime. So when spring comes around, I can add back in and chop and drop something in because I've stored it over the winter. Especially as the ground because falls out and it exposes the dirt or soil again, right? Now to the vermicompost, yeah, okay. Now I have added in some cardboard in. I've heard about this now. I've added some in, right? So not as much as I would probably like, but it's out there in the ground. That I know for sure. Because I'm pretty sure that's considered a brown. Yeah, brown. Something green would be like vegetable, fruit, kind of scraps, stuff like that, peelings and stuff like that. Browns would be considered like sticks, cardboard, and stuff like that. So I need to add some of that in the browns. And if I remember right, that'd be a carbon, yeah, carbon source, right? Because usually greens are nitrogen, browns are carbon. So yeah. I mean, I've added leaves in it, obviously, but I see. Okay, okay, Cecilia, I see. I got you in there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to the bottom just because Cecilia has persuaded me to go with that extra half an hour here. So bottom of the hour, bottom of the hour, bottom of the hour. I'm going till the bottom of the hour. I'm actually unplugging my phone, even though I'm at 39% because I want to walk with it. But yes, I just, you know what? I showed this earlier, technically. I gotta remember which seats because I didn't need. Yeah, here we go. But I can physically see these are not the same because this one. See, you can tell that these seeds look smaller than these seeds because physically this came from a tomato that was bigger, and this was a different tomato that was smaller. So I can physically see the size difference. That's why I didn't label it because I can tell the difference. Okay, Cecilia. Well, I tried to avoid white cardboard stuff just because, quote unquote, issues with bleached paper. But the browns I do keep around. Yeah. Maybe I should add some more in. Might help with the greens and stuff like that I put out there for sure. Because the greens are easier to attain year round and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. A little bit more added in there too. Chop it and drop it in. Especially before the ground starts freezing or I get frozen white rain sticking to the ground and it lingers. Show this again. Because these seeds are smaller in comparison to these ones. That's because this one came from a cherry tomato and this came from a much medium-sized tomato. So I can actually physically see the difference. I've just let them go. They'll probably dry enough now. I'll probably have to put them in a container, envelope, whatever you want, bag it or something like that quite soon here. Because these two are the first time I grew them now, so I want some seeds for next time. So I have them. Because I did enjoy those tomatoes. Alright. Yeah, I still have some. Some of them I still have to do something with, but I'm working on that too. And speak of which, I think I'll eat one right now. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, that's good. Uh, see, Cecilia, I've tried this both ways. I still haven't noticed a real difference, but I know about this, right? Because usually, what I do is after it dries out, I'll actually physically remove that. What's it called? Because I know it inhibits the seed germination. That's what it's supposed to do, or else it would grow in the tomato, right? So I'm familiar with it, but I'm also trying to do this quite quickly, relatively speaking. But yes, I am familiar with that. Okay, the brown banks. Okay. Well, maybe if I have excess supply or whatever, maybe I can put some in. Honestly, I gotta watch out for stuff that had like contaminate stuff like grease or salts in it. Obviously, I don't want to add a bunch of salt into the ground around, right, and stuff like that. The grease is probably less an issue, but it may have like trace amounts of like sodium chloride salts in it, so which I don't want to overly add into the ground because that's probably not to be great in the long term. Try to minimize that as much as possible. But yes, I'll. There is something else I might try out, Cecilia. Then we'll see. We'll see. I actually need to try it again and see if I can actually do it. There might be another way I can approach this. Unfortunately, I don't have the camera connected to the tripod. But usually, what I do is, yeah, because I think I know it's supposed to help in the overall germination rate in terms of success, but I mean, in the last couple of times I've recruited some of these seeds, right? I've been doing it like this, right? So I don't have things not personally germinate. So I don't know. Let's see, right? Each one to their own. If it's working, right? So, but I do know about that. I've heard about this too, and stuff like that. I do watch her videos out there and stuff like that. Really? Oh, dang it. Okay, let's see. I should set this back up. Why is my Bluetooth not connecting? Huh. Oh, well, I guess I. Oh, I think, yeah, I can see my icon thing. Take care, Shadow Scout Sweet. Yeah, see, like I said, I don't know why I notice it, then sometimes I don't notice it. Because I've had this happen to me before on our panels, right? And hello, can you still hear me? And then they're like, oh yeah, you sound fine or whatever. There's never an issue. But for some reason, when I'm hosting, I notice it a lot more. So yeah, as an FYI, in the near future, take your Shadow Scout Sweet. Yeah, so and I know Sandy just chiming in. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right,
So in this last like 5 minutes here till the bottom of an hour here, regardless of time zone, yes, 'cause I need to do something too, and I just realized I've been going for like almost 3 hours. I didn't think I would go for so long, but eh, I am, or I just did. So, and besides, I gotta go get a bite to eat here. I gotta make some food here. I'm just starting to get hungry, and I actually need to move some stuff into the sun among some other things. Get ready for more things again. Oh, what? Seriously, Cecilia? You just gotta throw that in. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Like I said, sometimes I'm too lazy, or I don't want to voice over it, or I need a more consistent voice in there, or I'm under the weather, right? So sometimes I need to throw that in. Or I'm trying to do this edit while a bunch of noise in the background and stuff like that, and it's too loud to voice over, so I'll throw an AI voice in. I know you don't like it very much, Cecilia, but sometimes I need to use it every so often. But I did listen to you, and I've been trying to voice over more often. I haven't thrown it in as often. It depends what I'm doing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I wouldn't say dinner, more like lunch. Cecilia, late lunch, and do what I can and stuff like that. Let's see here. Yeah, that's why Cecilia. That's why I'm explaining it. I'm trying not. I'm trying to actually voice over it more often, but sometimes it's nice to have a little female voice in there, and I need one that I can reliably use. And I can't ask my female friends to just voice over every video that I did. Can I borrow your voice? And they'll be like, "Why? For my videos. Why can't you voice over it, Sierra? Because I need a female voice. That's why." Right? You know. Well, I'll be going quite shortly here, Cecilia. Like I said, till the bottom of the hour here, which is a few minutes away here. I'll probably do the 2 minute warning relatively shortly. Well, you know what? I'll do the 2 minute warning now. Kind of deal. So I appreciate everyone dropping in here. Bunch of familiar faces, new faces. Well, channel icons and text, anyways, right? Right. Nice to hear from you all, or at least see the text, anyways, right? Your words on screen, right? Like some other things. There was a couple of fast sneak peeks in here during the live stream that if you didn't see because you joined late, you catch the replay on this or rewind it back, you can see it, right? Couple of sneak peeks on a few things that I haven't shown. Actually, there is some of them I actually haven't even shown on like other platforms like Instagram and stuff like that. So you're really getting a sneak peek amongst other things. Hmm. Hey Cecilia, at least you had breakfast. All right. At least you ate, all right. So like, there's still like 90 seconds here. So appreciate Shout Scout Sweet, Garden State Gardener, Sunflowers came by, Iron Fire Wars, Fariana, of course Cecilia, Sandy here, Women's Outdoors, LB, I know Bob942 came by, and let's see, California. I'm always forgetting the full channel name, but anyways, they also came by. Let's see here, Garden State Gardener. I swear I'm missing one more channel in there that came by. Oh yeah, Prep Work. Yeah, can't forget him. Can't forget him. And some other people. that came by, and you're catching this on the replay, leave me a thumbs up on the way out if you don't mind. I appreciate that. Leave me a comment too. Give me some constructive feedback on the side chat or in the comment section, right? I'll read it, check it out, right? I may not answer right away because I don't know what to say right away as an answer, but I will reply within time. Take care, Cecilia. And like always, everyone, go out there and be proactive because things are changing out there. So you need to pick up your skill and knowledge to get better with it. You can't help everyone out there, but you can go help someone out there and do what you can to stay proactive out there and positive, growing, sowing, and sewing as EW, making something awesome out there and create a better future today. All right, everyone. That's enough with the words. Take care. It's peace out from the one known as CR. Later, everyone. See you, Sandy and Cecilia.